Tense calm still prevails with a massive military build-up on either sides of the border. Ishan Garg, New Delhi.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks, looking today at Hezbollah, the party of God, and its base in Lebanon. As Israel's war against Hamas continues, the White House has again warned external actors to stay out of the conflict. But there are growing concerns that Hezbollah will launch drone and missile strikes on Israel. Lebanese-British conflict journalist Oz Kataji explains Hezbollah's relationship with Lebanon.
Hezbollah have a kind of domination over Lebanon. The military power that they have and the alliance that they have with various other factions puts them in complete domination of the country. They are much, much more powerful than the military. It's hard to kind of explain to people who don't have an understanding of this that the Lebanese army is very under-equipped. It's not a strong fighting force, and it doesn't fight against any of the, what are essentially massive terrorist groups that are funded by abroad. Iran pumps money into Hezbollah. The Lebanese army doesn't fight Hezbollah at all. It just allows Hezbollah, in fact, cooperates with Hezbollah on basically everything to do with security.
He says the Lebanese population is essentially held hostage by Hezbollah. President Biden this week warned Hezbollah and the Iranians not even to think about widening the conflict sparked by last weekend's murderous Hamas attacks on Israel. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, Israel says it has launched fresh airstrikes on Gaza, targeting Hamas's tunnels as its siege on Gaza continues. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has pledged for more US support for Israel on his visit to the country and warned Israel's enemies from attacking it. At least 600 people have died in Nigeria from diphtheria, a bacterial infection, according to health officials. And India and China agreed to hold further talks attempting to resolve the 3-year-long border standoff between the two countries. That's the latest feature story news. Simon Gaitan reporting.
Well, bless my soul, but what's wrong?
I'm Dan.
I'm TL, and we're from Blue Suede Connection.
And we're excited to be part of the KCHW family.
Bringing you 2 hours of Elvis and fun every week.
Join us every Saturday at 7 p.m. right here on 102.7 KCHW.
We are your Blue Suede Connection.
I'm all shook up.
Good morning, it's KCHW 102.7, getting started on a Thursday, and it's a little different today. We've got Chuck Ritchie on vacation, Ellen Maloney's on vacation, so no Three Amigos Thursday, but I did round up the one and only Jet Timmons.
Thank you.
All right, now Jet, you've been on the morning show how many times?
I think this is my third or fourth time.
All right, so now Jet is, can I call you my son-in-law?
I always call you my father-in-law.
Okay, all right, so he is my son-in-law, although he is my daughter's significant other who refuses to marry her.
Just can't get her to make an honest man out of me.
Oh, and so it begins. All right. So it's kind of weird. We're doing a show for Chewelah, Washington, live from Maine. One thing you might not know about Jet. Jet is a local news reporter. He works for the Lincoln News. Mm-hmm. And so Jet basically is Lincoln's version of Brandon Hansen.
I am.
Without all the kids. Sorry, Brandon. Sorry.
I love Brandon. Brandon has a great Facebook page. Anybody that doesn't follow Brandon on Facebook, he's got some great memes. He makes great memes out of his kid.
He's made memes out of me before.
He's a meme master.
He is. He's made memes out of Mooch the cat. Yeah.
That's easy, yeah.
Yeah, he's all over with that stuff. All right, let's take a look at that weather forecast before we get started with the fun stuff. 62 and 42 for your high and low in Chewelah today. Partly cloudy skies. Tonight, just a few clouds as you dip down to that 42. Friday, going to be a great Friday the 13th. 67 and 46. And there's a lot of stuff happening for Friday the 13th. Well, at least some news and some stuff happening in Chewelah. So Stay tuned. 67 and 46, like I said, for Friday, mostly sunny skies. Switch it to mostly cloudy for Saturday, 64 and 47. Mostly cloudy for Sunday as well, 65 and 46 with just a 15% chance of rain. Afternoon showers for your Monday as you head back to work after the weekend, 67 for a high, 47 for a low, and a 35% chance of that afternoon rain. The kids for breakfast and lunch today. Breakfast, we are looking at the breakfast burrito. Cereal, fresh fruit, fruit juice, and your milk choice. And they're making it healthy. It looks like it might be like a whole grain wrap.
Oh, okay.
Tortilla?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. No school for the 13th. Just like avoid any problems with Friday the 13th. It's actually their fall break. All right. For lunch today for the kids, chicken on a bun, French fries, fresh veggies, fresh fruit pudding, and again your milk choice.
Now, what does that mean? Is that just different flavors of milk?
Yeah, you can have like regular milk or chocolate milk.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I got you.
All right. They do it up right in Chihuahua. You didn't know that?
Oh, well, I went to public school in Idaho, Scott, and we had to milk the cow we had to get there and milk the cow in the morning. That's not a lot of funding for schools out there.
There's a good chance that's a true story, folks. You know, we reach into Idaho, so we might be making too many jokes about Idaho.
That's all right. I'm from Idaho. It's okay.
Okay, all right. So as an Idahoanian,
Idahoan,
an Idahoan, you'd be totally okay with the bad jokes about Idaho. Okay,
right. You've got a tater baby here telling you it's all right.
I wouldn't say that to a lot of people. Just
it does get me some weird looks.
Tater baby. All right, moving on this morning, I'm going to kick things off here before we get to events, and we've got a lot of them coming up in the Chihuahua area, as usual. First, your quick joke for the morning. A mom was trying hard to get ketchup out of a bottle, and these are like the funny things kids say. During her struggle, the phone rang, so she asked her 5-year-old daughter to answer the phone. The little girl told the caller, "Mommy can't come to the phone to talk to you right now. She's hitting the bottle."
I didn't know when they said you're on the sauce, they meant ketchup.
Oh, yeah. I have a sauce addiction. It's ketchup. All right. And sweet and sour. All right, Jet came fully loaded with father-in-law jokes this morning.
I did. See, I told you it's okay to call me your son-in-law.
Okay.
All right. So, everybody that knows Scott knows this is true. My father-in-law is hard of hearing. He told me an original joke about hearing aids. Or at least he said he'd never heard it before. I asked my incontinent father-in-law if he wanted anything from the store. He replied, "It depends."
Ow. That hurts.
Well, we'll change it after the show, Scott. It's all right.
I can set it like this for at least 2 hours.
They're so absorbent.
Yes.
If my father-in-law was a retired preacher, I'd put him out to pastor. Beautiful.
All right. And I dug out one for you, buddy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. A golfer hits a ball and it misses the green by inches. His partner says, "That's called a son-in-law shot." He says it's not what you expected, but you'll take it. Also known as payback.
Very good.
Very good.
That's a good one.
All right. Let's see. Moving on. Jet Timmons with pet owners that have questions.
Yes.
They might not be good ones, but they're questions.
I've got plenty of questions for the people that ask these questions.
I hope so.
Well, veterinarians were asked to share some of the more strange questions they've received. The first one being, "My cat just came in from the garage, and I was wondering, how many calories are in a mouse?"
Very few.
Is it normal for a dog to shed?
Not a poodle.
How can I keep my cat from stealing my husband's toothbrush?
You know, cats only steal things that stink.
They do. It's true. How do I stop my cat from giving food to the dog?
That's cute.
Will chewing soda cans remove enamel from my puppy's teeth? I think it might.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a good one. Where can I get a 6-toed cat?
Spent 5 years trying to breed six-toed cats.
Well, they do. They have those 6-toed cats. Ernest Hemingway was famous for collecting them.
I'm fighting the urge to look over at you.
I know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
It's easy for me. I'm just right in front of me.
I know. Small studio. All right, here's more fun. When you're a real estate agent, you never know what kind of craziness you're going to stumble upon when you show a house to a potential buyer. At least that's what a new survey of realtors suggests. Some of the most bizarre sights real estate agents have spotted during their home tours. These are the top ones. All right. Marijuana plants growing in a closet. Oopsie. Over 90 tanks of live snakes in one home. That's going to smell, too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's going to be horrible.
I don't like that one.
An alligator in a bathtub?
Oh, okay.
Where else would you keep it?
I mean, yeah, you can't keep it in the freezer.
I like this one. Naked people.
Hey, if I'm renting your house, never mind.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
All 3 bathrooms have the toilets removed.
Where did they go?
These are nice toilets. I'm taking them with me to my next house. Yeah. All right. Here's some tips maybe you could take. These were job seekers that got creative. I think you could twist these and use some of these. Jet, what are we looking at here?
Oh, well, hiring managers surveyed say they are seeing more job seekers try unusual antics to capture their attention. Some of the most memorable tactics identified by these hiring managers include one candidate brought a broom to the interview to, quote, clean up the waste and corruption in the office. Must have been a government job.
Yes.
Another candidate wore a shirt to the interview that said, please hire me.
That's original.
Yeah. You know, he went to the effort. Another candidate showed up with breakfast for the employer every day until hired. All right. Take note.
All right.
Another candidate sent a giant cookie with, quote, hire Dan written in frosting on it.
I like that.
All right. Another candidate promised to give the employer a foot massage if hired. Must be some of that corruption that first candidate was trying to clean up.
I'm picking up a really heavy, creepy vibe.
You don't even need to pay me. I'll rub your feet.
I didn't know you were hiring just for this position. All right. It's a stinky job. Somebody's got to do it.
Do you have references?
All right. So this kind of goes along with that. These are job titles that will sound sketchy when you add the word freelance before them. So you go to the drugstore and you find out he's a freelance pharmacist. That's funny. That's the same job the guy down on the corner has. So when I was stranded at the Texas airport for 9 hours, they all have bathroom attendants.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so how about a freelance restroom attendant?
I'm just here for the mints.
I'm just here for the day. You never want to let one of these put their fingers in your mouth. It's a freelance dentist.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
All right, maybe this one isn't too bad. Freelance mortician. Freelance grocery store butcher. I just showed up and somebody gave me a knife.
I brought my own.
3. They're all cleavers, too. All right. 5-word scary stories with Jet Timmons.
You could use as is or post a few on social media and invite people to share their own.
Okay.
There's no toilet paper left.
That is scary.
That is 5 words, too.
Maybe you should say more ominous.
Okay.
Okay.
Forgot to cancel free trial.
Ooh, that's horrible. I hate that.
They only have decaf coffee. OMG, there's no public Wi-Fi.
The worst.
As a reporter, I have to go to a lot of municipal meetings, and there are a few that don't have publicly available Wi-Fi. I hate those ones.
Oh.
I can't scroll my social media. I can't do anything. I should probably be paying attention, but...
Can you do hotspot on your phone?
I could, but most of these little Maine towns don't have service. I don't know what it is about Maine. They just don't like phone service out here.
We're out in the backwoods.
Yeah. In the boonies.
Yeah. Can you do your Maine accent for people?
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to go down that road, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's one thing they say out here. They yut, and it's spelled A''Y''UHT. It's yut. And that's it.
All right, Marion's joining in. She says we're having too much fun, and you got me hooked on the yut. So every time she asks me if I'm going to do something, I was going, yut.
Yeah.
And then she gives me that look.
Yeah.
All right, tweet of the week. I love this one. Honestly, I will never understand people who think hockey is boring. There's these 6'5" giants on knife shoes moving around at 70 miles an hour, and they're equipped with giant weapons. And sometimes they punch each other. How can that be boring?
I've always loved hockey. Hockey's the only sport I don't mind watching.
It's the most exciting to go see in person.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do this kind of like a quiz. Don't look at it.
Okay.
It's called Let's Settle This.
All right.
And I'm going to just ask you basically yes or no questions, and then I'll let you know how you scored compared to the rest of Americans that were tested. All right.
Sounds good.
Is cereal soup?
Well, I'm gonna say no, but I could see it. I bet it's gonna be close. No.
I always put milk in my soup to cool it down, so for me, cereal is soup.
I don't think. Is it what makes it soup? Is it? It's crunchy. I think that's for me what makes it not soup. Is the fact that it's crunchy. But
not if you leave it in there long enough.
I guess you're right.
I bet you could heat it up. You ever tried heating up your cereal, warm milk and Cheerios?
Ew, no. They do have cold soup, though, like gazpacho. But hot cereal sounds, well...
We haven't tried it, though.
No.
All right. Coming up next Thursday, hot cereal live.
We'll make Lindsay make it for us.
Okay. That's the only thing she can make.
Oh, no. I hope she's not listening.
It's true. It's true. Jet does all the cooking. Has she ever cooked you a dinner that didn't come out of a box?
Yeah, she made me spaghetti the other night, which it was just noodles and spaghetti sauce, but that counts. We were just talking about that this morning. I feel bad. She's gonna think this is on purpose.
No, it wasn't. It's totally random.
All right.
All right. Is a hot dog a sandwich, Jet?
No, because the bread doesn't. You got to have two separate pieces of bread for it to be a legitimate sandwich. Otherwise, it's a submarine or a hoagie.
I don't know. So people backing up for just a second. Is cereal soup? 67% said no.
All right.
Is hot dog a sandwich? 54% said yes.
Well, they're wrong.
No, it's got fake meat in it, just like if you were making a bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
And you can put all sorts of stuff in it, and it's got two halves for buns. I'm calling it a sandwich.
I'm gonna say no because the buns aren't split; they're connected. They have that little bread hinge, and to me, that's like a grinder, or some people call it a hoagie.
Okay.
Or a submarine.
Say that again.
A hoagie. This is a good hoagie, bro.
All right. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Unequivocally, yes.
All right. No, 63%.
Well, they're wrong. That's fine.
Yeah.
These people are nuts!
Yeah.
Toilet paper, over or under?
I'm a cat owner, so I say under.
Under?
Yeah.
Does it make it harder for the cats?
Well, if the cat bats at it and it's under, it just winds back on. If it's over and the cat bats at it, it unspools.
That's brilliant.
Oh, God, here we go again. Dork alert.
What do the people say?
People said over, 76%. But I like that for cat owners. I've never thought about That's brilliant.
See?
That's brilliant.
Tune in on Thursdays for cat tips.
That's brilliant. All right, Star Wars or Star Trek?
I'm good. I can't choose. Just for the sake of the trivia, I'll say Star Wars. But I like them both equally. I know, Scott. I'm sorry.
So depressed. I might even have some. Maybe. Did I delete them all?
Aw. He's even got a poster of Endor right above a signed picture of Spock.
All right.
So I think you are in the same boat as me, Scott.
He's dead, chum.
You've got more Star Wars things in here than you have Star Trek.
The Star Trek things are a little smaller.
Oh, fair.
All right.
Fair.
Okay, so maybe this for you.
From
hell's heart, I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee.
And that's for everyone who chose Star Wars at 68%.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Overwhelming.
Mostly.
Yeah. Well.
All right.
I think you can be part of the 32%, Scott.
I'm actually a lot less than that. All right, last one. Is GIF pronounced with a hard or soft G?
Oh, see, this is, in my opinion, it's a hard G because it stands for Graphics Interchange Format. Don't ask me how I know that. But so, GIF, or GIF, however you say it, I say GIF.
Yes.
The hard G.
All right. And 60% of people around America agree with you.
Yeah, see? Yeah,
all right.
I'm in tune with the people, Scott. As a newspaper reporter, I gotta know what people are thinking.
He's got his pulse on all 2,500 people in Lincoln.
A week late, but I'm still got the pulse.
All right. Marion says leave Lindsay alone, and then supports her man with Star Trek. Thank you very much.
So it's okay not to dwell on it, but
okay.
Star Trek has much better writing and a much better universe. I think Star Trek is smarter.
Yes,
but I grew up with Star Wars as a kid, and the prequels came out as I was a kid. I was that demographic, so.
So basically, you said Star Wars is not for intelligent people.
Well, I think that Star Wars is less intelligent than Star Trek.
Okay.
But I still think it's a good story and it's fun.
Okay.
If I have to,
So when you get into, and a lot of people don't realize what they're taking in when they watch it, but when that original series came out in the mid 60s, it was very socially conscious.
Yeah.
Like the episode that had the guy that was half black and half white on one side, and then the other guy who was half white and half black on the opposite sides, and they hated each other even though they were the same thing.
Yeah.
And that was, and then having the first black-white kiss between William Shatner and Nichelle Nichols.
Yeah.
From between Kirk and Uhura, or Kook.
Well, even having her on was kind of a progressive thing.
In a mini skirt
on the bridge. I remember the mini skirt was a good part, but there was some controversy about having her be. On the bridge, a lot of people questioned that.
And then Gene Roddenberry, you just threw it in their face with the big kiss. Yeah.
Well, and he was such a good writer too. I really like Star Trek. I'm not saying it's worse than Star Wars. I just have a bias.
All right. So which is your favorite?
Star Wars. Just again, I'm biased because I grew up with it.
Okay.
But they're really on equal footing.
All right. Then this is for you.
Release the Kraken!
Watch on the video footage. You'll see him go down. All right. This is going to make a lot of people mad.
Okay. I like that.
All right. If you can smoke while you're doing it, it's not a sport.
Ooh. Controversial opinion.
Wait a minute. I smoke while doing everything. All right. Okay. Golf, sport, or game? No, you can smoke, so it's not a sport.
I wouldn't be able to smoke while I was taking a swing, though.
No, that's okay. Bowling?
Yeah, okay.
You could totally smoke. I could bowl with a cigarette in my mouth and a beer in one hand.
Yeah.
If I wasn't allergic to beer.
I think bowling is still a sport, though, because have you ever gone, for a full 10 frames? I'm always really sore.
Oh, yeah. But no. This is all in jest.
I know.
All right, what about archery?
Yeah, you could smoke. You have a cigarette in your mouth.
No, I don't think so, because it's going to come up in your eyes and you're not going to be able to see.
You just wouldn't be able to do it very well. All right. Now, does that count? And is it sports you can do well with a cigarette?
No, I don't think it matters. Yay!
Sorry, continue.
All right. So a few years ago, a writer for the Las Vegas Review-Journal created a way he said would end all arguments about which sports are sports and which are really just games. If you can smoke while you're doing it, it's a game, not a sport. Oh, that's a tough one. All right. The writer said, not us, the writer said these are not sports. This is going to make a lot of people mad, too. Badminton.
Okay.
Not a sport. Pickleball. There's a lot of people up at the golf course playing pickleball right now, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Trampolining.
Okay, I don't know. I can't smoke a cigarette and run without vomiting, so I don't know. Badminton, pickleball, and trampolining, those are all really physical things. I would be... Anyway.
Yeah. All right, baseball.
Okay.
They chew, so...
Interesting, yeah.
Softball. All right, shooting.
Okay, yeah, that's not a sport.
I've long contended, and this will make me mad, that hunting shouldn't be called a sport.
I agree.
Because unless you take on that buck with a knife.
Right, exactly.
If you can take him down with a knife, then it's equal competition. Yeah. That's a sport. You can have 2 knives because he's got all those horns. But just shooting at the deer, too easy. All right.
No, no offense to anyone that hunts out there. You do you.
No, you. All right, table tennis.
Yeah, okay.
You can smoke and drink while doing that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm really upset about this one. Volleyball.
What?
That's totally a sport.
Yeah. I don't know. This guy didn't know what he was talking about.
He didn't know what he was talking about.
That's what happens when you have a writer talk about sports.
Yeah. And you should know because what?
I am a writer. I also am not very sportsmanlike, so.
All right. He also declared some that just not very fair: beach volleyball, fencing, handball, sailing. Sailing definitely not a sport.
No.
Equestrian, that's a sport. Competition, 2 people on horses.
Okay, hold on. Diving. How do you dive with a cigarette in your mouth? Is he talking about diving like scuba diving or diving off the diving board? Because either way, you can't.
How'd that make the list?
I don't
know.
This list doesn't know what.
But if I had the whole underwater, if I was in one of those, what do they call them, like the bathysphere, like the tank.
Yeah.
If I was in one of those, I could smoke. Maybe not pure oxygen. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah, probably. It's probably a bad idea to smoke anyway. But...
Yeah. Weightlifting.
Okay.
It reminded me of Jack Handy's Deep Thoughts from Saturday Night Live. Did you ever hear the one about weightlifting?
No.
I don't think sudden uncontrollable urination should automatically disqualify me during weightlifting. Wrestling, definitely a sport.
Yeah.
And he's got it under not sport. All right. Okay. Things he put under sports included swimming, cycling.
You can have a cigarette in your mouth while you're cycling.
Yeah.
This guy, anyway, this list is invalid.
Yes. Boxing.
Oh,
okay. You can have a cigarette in your mouth while you're boxing. Just don't get hit in the face.
It'll just get
track and field, triathlon, soccer, judo, tennis, gymnastics, rowing, canoeing and kayaking, field hockey, and taekwondo, all listed as sports. But there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Like rowing, I could do that with a cigarette.
Yeah. Canoeing and kayaking.
Yeah.
I think this guy is a little biased.
I think he's just a little weak. All right. And just so you know, Jet, we're going to leave the rest of this stuff on this sheet. We've got some extra wacky but true stories for today. We have like 8 of them. It's going to be awesome.
I'm excited.
And then we'll save those local birthdays for when we come back from break, too. I do want to move on this morning and do some of the important stuff for folks that are listening. And local in the Chewelah area, we have a bunch of events going on. Let's see if I can work my way through them. For your Friday, we've got the free pickleball going on at the golf course.
Not a sport.
You can do it while you're smoking. It's not a sport. That's horrible. All right. We have our last farmers market of the season. Runs from 11 to 3:30 on Friday. At the end of the farmers market, pumpkin bowling. That's
Whoa.
right.
That sounds fun.
Don't be like me. Remember to take that stem off. Makes a difference. Yes.
Yeah.
And then a little preview of this year's Halloween haunted house. They're doing it early. Bradley's Taekwondo on Main Street. Having a haunted house for Friday the 13th. Good job, guys.
That sounds cool.
It's
I love
totally
those.
awesome. Totally awesome. And, if you get scared, sometimes they have stories of people getting scared and they take a swing at the actor. You don't want to do that there because they all know Taekwondo.
That's a good point. They'll put you in a hold.
You could get scared and beat up.
What? Hiya!
All right. I don't have the right date on this one.
Uh-oh.
All right. This is up Saturday, and it's I don't think the date's right. I'm going to skip it
All right.
Because I don't think I have the right information. It is a big heads up, though. It says save the date, the next full day of guides and outfitter training workshop, and this is for people interested in opening up a guide service and outfitter services in Stevens County. Next one is December 9th. Put that on your calendar.
Very nice. Very nice.
Saturday, a lot of stuff going on. We've got the Hands Across Nations dinner. That's going on at the Chewelah Civic Center. And, of course, raising funds for the work that the Abundant Life Fellowship does in Uganda, if I say it right. 5:30. Let's see, doors open at 4:30. Dinner is at 5:30 to 6. We had them on the radio yesterday. Great video if you want to learn some more about it before the event. There's a live, silent auction, and that starts at 4:30. And it runs through dinner.
Very nice.
Now, if you haven't got dinner tickets or if something happens and they get sold out or there's a lot of stuff going on that night, you can't make it, you can go ahead. We were talking about it yesterday on the radio and come through and bid on some of those silent auction items. There you go. And they got some cool stuff. And all the funds going for a great cause. Also happening Saturday night, the Big Stomp. This is going on at the Chewelah Center for the Arts. And this is the history of clogging from 7 to 9. Ticket prices, I believe, are $15. And tickets on both these events, you can pick them up at Acres United Drug and at the door.
Man, you're going to make fun of me. I used to do that clogging when I was a kid.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, with the little outfits and the shoes and everything. We danced. Once we did a song. You were singing it the other day, Fishing in the Dark. Yeah, my mom still has those videotapes somewhere. I hope she burns them. If she's listening, Mom, please burn them.
I'm always trying to get married to go fishing in the dark. She just won't do it. All right, so you were a clogger as a child.
They're all gonna laugh at
you. I can see you clogging across the stage.
I was really bad at it. It's all right.
It's all right.
That song "Beer for My Horses" was another one we did, and I now realize that was
as for children.
Yeah. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses.
These people are nuts.
Yeah, it's totally inappropriate. Did anybody bother to... It's really totally inappropriate for kids to be dancing to that song.
It was in the days before cancel culture was really a thing.
Oh, so still okay to do whatever you want.
Yeah, you could give kids whiskey back then.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
I was looking for some jokes this morning on the internet, and I found a bunch of really inappropriate ones, and I was like, oh, this is not okay for today. They need to edit their website.
Oh, no. Well, podcasters, I'm sure podcasters use the same website. You say whatever the heck you want on a podcast.
Isn't it nice? All right. Not when they're shared on the radio, though. Just remember that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Stevens County Emergency Management Response Team training next week. Time's running out if you want to sign up for this. You can join them for their inaugural training. Learn tools to be able to help before, during, and after a disaster. Courses are free, but you do need to register, and you need to have some time next week because I believe they go like 9 to 5 for 4 days.
Wow.
You provide support for first responders, light search and rescue, shelter relief, educate our community on emergency preparedness. If you want more information, go to stevenscountywa.gov, or you can call this number right here, area code 509-684-7563. Again, 684-7563. And it says at the bottom, we need you.
They need you.
They need you.
It's a real shame that fire and EMS is a tough gig.
All right, we mentioned Bradley's Taekwondo and the haunted house that is happening Friday night for October 13th. It is going on the 13th, then again on the 20th, the 27th, the 28th. All those days, 6 to 9 p.m. And then on Halloween, from 4 to 8. $10 per person or $5 and an item for the food bank. Yeah. Great job.
You know who loves a haunted house?
Yes.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Lindsay's obsessed with haunted houses.
She is.
She'll pay a great amount of money to go to haunted houses.
Or stay in anything that's haunted.
Yeah. She went with her friend to stay in that haunted inn down in southern Maine not too long ago.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. She's been to Salem, too, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah. We went to Salem last year.
All right. For Halloween.
It was right around this time of year, but yeah.
How fun is that?
It was fun. It was really busy, but, anyway.
All right, then looking ahead to next weekend, Rusty Putter at the Chewelah Golf and Country Club presenting a murder mystery dinner.
Ooh,
a special night of Who Did It? Everyone's a suspect.
All
right, that's the
love
21st, 4:30 to 7. Dinner, chicken fettuccine, salad, French bread, dessert. Beverages are not included. Pre-sale tickets at the Rusty Putter or the Chamber of Commerce, $25 per person. Seating is limited. Don't wait. Of course, that's up at Sand Canyon. And it's 509-935-6807 for details. 935-6807.
Wow.
Now, this is a fine example, and I'm sure you can. That Chihuila's got it on. Look at all those events.
Yeah.
And do we have any events in Lincoln this
Oh, we do. Not this weekend, but you know,
in the future?
Who knows? They don't really like to tell people about it. So.
All right. I'm going to throw one out for our grant writer, Melissa Silvio, who's also involved with the Valley Historical Society. They're doing a Raise the Roof fundraising campaign for the Little White Schoolhouse. They need to raise money for the schoolhouse's roof as soon as possible. Once they finish that, they're going to complete restoration of the schoolhouse and open a museum and a small art gallery for the community. Nice. It's ongoing right now, and there's a GoFundMe link, and you can find it on their Facebook page, facebook.com, Little White Schoolhouse, all one word.
That's cute.
All right.
They just did something similar here. There's a little red schoolhouse.
Yep.
But
yeah. They are a 501c nonprofit, so any donation you make is tax deductible. Go ahead and throw a couple thousand their way. Harvest party going on for the Abundant Life Fellowship Church on the 31st from 5 to 7. And a couple more that were, I think, let's see, we already covered the rest of them. Good job. All right, looking at 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Straight up, and it's time to test jet Timmons.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Immediately. To no pausing, no waiting, no stupid looks on your face. Okay.
You must answer them immediately.
All right. Each year in the U.S., $136 billion is spent on this. Let's see if I can come up with a good hint. It's $136 billion in the U.S. In Canada, only $9 billion.
Toilet paper.
No, has to do with things that are alive.
Wow.
And it's not us. It's not humans.
Antibiotics.
No.
What is it?
What is it?
Oh, I have to guess.
Yeah, you can't just give it up. It's not humans.
Not humans.
All right. Everybody loves them.
Non-human. Not everybody loves them.
Everybody loves
pets.
Them.
People spend that on their pets.
Yes. So the question is, of that $44 billion spent on foods and treats, but in Canada, why is it only $9 billion? Is that because?
Wait. So it's how much?
What? $136 billion. It's pet supplies, which includes medicines, food, toys, etc. Of that $44 billion spent on foods and treats.
Oh my God! Right. Why is it so much less in Canada?
Yeah, apparently Canadians hate their pets.
That's definitely it. Sorry, eh?
Yeah.
Sorry, Vito.
Hearing me and we just say, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're giving away concert tickets, it's often fun to do a contest with one of the artist's songs, like Speed It Up or Play It in Reverse. These are play-along contests for those who are only listening and can't... Oh, we don't want to do that. There was way too much information there. Sorry. All right, first up, next question. An estimated 49 countries around the world grow this beverage.
They grow a beverage?
Yes. They grow something, gets turned into a popular beverage.
Is it, that's got to be coffee.
It is coffee. Good job. Sweet. Way too easy. 2.5 billion of these are planted in the U.S. each year.
2.5 billion. Trees? Wow.
All right, tell me which one's the lie. Most home fires are caused by candles. 150,000 new laws are created each year in the U.S. The otter's reflexes are so quick, it can dodge an incoming bullet.
You know, I'm going to go with the first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I think it's probably electrical shorts that cause more house fires than candles.
Oh. You're right. That was our lie. Most fires actually start in the kitchen, so you're probably right there.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Or the people that like to pour water on bubbling oil.
Yeah.
That's probably
See, that's not fair because I'm a reporter. I do a lot of coverage for the fire department, and so it feels like every time I write a story about a fire, it's an electrical problem.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Guess the word that's missing from this real news headline. Doctors remove live blank from man's throat. Was it a plant, a mouse, a fish, or a cockroach?
I really hope it's not cockroach, but that's going to be my guess.
An Egyptian fisherman is recovering after undergoing an emergency surgery to remove a live fish that had become lodged in his throat and nearly suffocated him. 40-year-old man was unable to speak and was experiencing shortness of breath when he was admitted. That's right, he aspirated on a fish.
So what did he do? He just caught it and immediately was like, I can't wait to eat this little sucker, and popped it right.
Local media report claims that the fish got stuck in the entrance of the man's windpipe when he tried to hold the fish in his mouth while attempting to catch a second fish by hand.
Dude, use a bucket. Wow. Ew. That's gross. I'm just going to put this raw live fish
in my mouth.
Just for a second.
Yeah, right.
I can imagine, too, it probably like flopped and just slipped right in.
Yeah. He decided it didn't taste so good.
Gross.
All right. Among presidents, Jimmy Carter holds the record for this.
I think he's the longest living president.
Oh, you're so smart, Jack.
Sorry.
43% of us do this 2 to 4 times a week. 28% almost daily. 15% about once a week.
Shower.
Wow! Wow! All I can say is wow!
All right, so this has to do with something in the kitchen. I fall in that 28%.
Oh, cook a meal?
In what way?
You're saying it like that, so I'm gonna guess like making seconds, making leftovers.
Where are you warming those leftovers up?
The microwave.
Still giving you no points for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you got it right.
Yeah,
Leftovers in the microwave. 43% of it 2 to 4 times a week. 28% of us almost daily. 15% about once a week. Right, I'm going to give you a phobia, and you tell me which one it is.
Okay.
Novercophobia, the fear of stepmoms or the fear of overseas travel?
What was it called? Novercophobia?
Yes.
Travel. The travel overseas.
Fear of stepmoms.
Oh, no.
Every time she comes over, I get novercophobia.
Lindsay's got that one.
All right. Enophobia, the fear of wines or the fear of noses?
What was it?
Enophobia, the fear of wines or the fear of noses?
Noses, the fear of noses.
Bring us some fresh wine. No more of this old stuff.
Hedonophobia, the fear of pleasure or the fear of heads?
The first pleasure, the fear of pleasure.
Wow! Wow! All I can say is wow!
This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
I don't like having fun. Wow. All right. Philomophobia, the fear of kissing or the fear of orchestras?
The orchestras.
Again.
Man. I thought
really...
philharmonic, philophobia, you know?
Oh, yeah. When it comes to phobias, they don't work like that. I don't know why.
So it's the fear of kissing, huh?
It is.
Well, this is for all you philophobics out there.
Yeah. All right. Which news headline was not real?
Okay, which one's fake?
I don't know. Which one's fake? People who eat chili peppers may live longer.
Okay.
NASA expected to launch first battery-powered spacecraft in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's to begin selling McPlant patty next year. And grocery store will ensure your Thanksgiving meal. Which one is not?
What was the first one?
Chili peppers. People who eat them may live longer.
Oh, I'm gonna say that last one. The Thanksgiving meal.
No. In the past, Whole Foods has offered insurance just in case cooking goes wrong.
Wow. All right.
The lie was NASA not launching a battery-powered spacecraft.
I thought that one was, in
the realm of possibility?
I feel like most spacecraft are battery powered because they have the solar panels on them, and I don't know.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It was wrong, so.
Okay. All right, time check, looking at 8 minutes after the hour. We're going to go to break. When we come back, local birthdays. We've got some news and nuggets and a little bit more, but you have to stay right here. It's Northern Lights Public Radio, and we are KCHW 102.7. We'll be back in about 7 minutes. Stay right here.
It's 8:09.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Ford, Tum Tum.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, this is the news from rural America. Rural communities are intrigued by promises from crypto mining companies to add jobs and help transform their economy. But to produce digital currency, crypto companies often buy up cheap rural land to build data centers that use huge amounts of electricity.
Why would it be a good idea to be offering it to a facility that's also going to come in and be a massive user of electricity that's going to put stress on the electric grid, which often leads to other costs?
Earth justice lawyer Tom Samar argues the crypto industry has little day-to-day utility and is dominated by risky, quick-buck plays. It's also largely unregulated, making its impacts hard to measure. He says Kentucky Power raised red flags recently when it said it wants to delay closing its antiquated Big Sandy plant, while also promising a new crypto miner millions in discounts.
That gas plant had been proposed to retire in 2031, and now Kentucky Power is proposing to extend the life of that gas plant by 10 years or more.
Last year, crypto used as much power as Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Rhode Island. A Daily Yonder analysis finds Black people in the rural South live in less segregated neighborhoods than their urban counterparts. Olivia Weeks has more.
This research shows how the racial balance of a neighborhood compares to that of its county. Sarah Malott is a data reporter with the Daily Yonder.
The segregation score essentially measures how spread out a population is over a given area. So in this case, I was measuring how spread out the Black and white populations were in southern counties.
For southern rural neighborhoods, she found a bit over 40% of folks would have to move to make the ratio of Black to white people equal that of the county. But for southern cities, Malott says it's 55%.
So a county with a really diverse population doesn't necessarily have a good segregation score.
I'm Olivia Weeks.
Pretty or plain, invasive plants can wreak havoc, overwhelming local wildflowers and native grasses and upending ecosystems for wildlife. The National Park Service is fighting back in the northern Great Plains with plant restoration.
National parks are like our public land heritage, right? We want these to be the healthiest landscape that they can be, and native plants are a big part of that.
Laura Perkins leads the Native Plant Initiative at South Dakota State University. SDSU and the Park Service are focusing on seed harvesting and planting techniques. But Perkins says their collaboration can only do so much and calls for farmers and ranchers to join in.
Especially in the northern Great Plains, so much of our land is owned by private people. We don't have a whole lot of public land.
Homeowners can also do their part by including native wildflowers in yards and gardens. For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
Welcome to 2023 Talks, where we are following our democracy in historic times.
We have a lot of work to do, not just in the House for the people of this country,
but we see how dangerous of a world it is and how things can change so quickly.
Republican Steve Scalise of Louisiana won the nomination to be the next speaker, but it's unclear if he has the near-perfect unity he'd need in the caucus. The majority leader beat fellow hardline conservative Jim Jordan of Ohio in a secret ballot yesterday. Jordan says he'll back Scalise, though some Jordan supporters say they won't. Lawmakers haven't scheduled an open floor vote. A sign Scalise might still lack support, but Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida says Scalise would be a monumental upgrade to former Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
Long live Speaker Scalise.
Do you think he has the votes on the floor?
I sure hope so. We'll see some democracy in action.
Scalise says his first order of business would be to pass a bipartisan resolution supporting Israel. At least 22 Americans have been killed there and 17 remain missing. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says some are likely held by Hamas.
I think we all need to steel ourselves for the very distinct possibility that these numbers will keep increasing and that we may, in fact, find out that more Americans are part of the hostage pool.
President Joe Biden met with Jewish leaders at the White House and says the attacks in Israel raise painful memories and scars left by a millennium of anti-Semitism. North Carolina's GOP-controlled legislature has overridden vetoes by Democratic Governor Roy Cooper to pass laws restricting ballot access. The new rules make mail-in and early voting harder while easing limits on partisan poll watchers. Republicans say they're rebuilding confidence in elections, but Cooper says the real aim is to intimidate people of color and college students.
They know that you can change the outcome of elections, so they're making it harder for you to vote, hoping that you won't bother.
Democrats are filing multiple lawsuits. The Supreme Court's conservative majority is considering whether South Carolina's congressional map was illegally gerrymandered by race. A lower court ordered one district redrawn after finding Republicans moved black voters into another district to make the seat safer for Representative Nancy Mace. Democrat Michael Moore is running against Mace.
It's an opportunity for us in South Carolina to underscore our commitment to the integrity of our institutions, of democracy, and simply to do the right thing here.
Republicans say they ignored race when drawing the district, but did consider party, which is legal. Democrats in Virginia are asking for action by the Justice Department. They say Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin's administration violated the Voting Rights Act by scrubbing eligible voters from the rolls. The state acknowledged it had removed more than 10,000 names without notice, many for minor probation violations. I'm Catherine Carley for Pacifica Network and Public News Service. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
It's 8:15.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
Chihuahua Motel and RV Park. Chihuahua Motel and RV Park, located at 301 South Park Street in Chihuahua, offers 14 single or double rooms, each with a refrigerator and microwave, in-room coffee station, Wi-Fi, cable, and 58-inch screen television. 2 Airbnb options are available, both with full kitchens, coffee, and a 65-inch smart TV. They also feature 26 full hookup RV spots with 30-amp service. For reservations, they can be reached at 509-935-4763 or ChihuahuaMotelAndRVPark.com. Chihuahua Motel and RV Park, 301 South Park Street in Chihuahua.
Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuahua. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW, Chihuahua, 102.7 FM.
It's 8:17.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring.
but I fixed it. And I believe we're back. It's KCHW 102.7. Scott Allen and my son-in-law, Jet Timmons, with me today, live from Maine, filling in for Chuck Ritchie and Alan Milani. Look, I only needed one person to fill in for the other two.
Always happy to be a last resort, Scott.
Thank you very much. Ouch. Ouch. All right, before we get into our local birthdays and today in history and stuff, I had a few extras that I missed during the last segment, Jet, and I'd like to roll a couple of those out. First one is tomorrow is Friday the 13th. I am so scared of Friday the 13th that I'm not doing a show.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think
right.
so. All right, Friday the 13th. Very little is known about the origin of this day's notoriety. Some historians believe that the superstitions surrounding it arose in the late 19th century. The first documented mention of the day can be found in the biography of Italian composer Rossini.
I think so, Rossini.
Rossini, who died on a Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. All right.
Experts claim that Frigga Triskaidekaphobia is the fear of Friday the 13th. Affects millions of people, like me, and estimate that businesses, especially airlines, suffer from the losses. I'm really not that scared of it.
I like Friday the 13th. I've always thought of it as a lucky day, but I'm a contrarian, so.
I had somebody say one time and said, I only have one apartment available, but nobody will take it. It's number 13. I said, I'll rent it.
Yeah, there you go.
I like to tempt fate.
Well, it's like buildings. A lot of like modern skyscrapers will not have a 13th floor. They still have a 13th floor. They just name it 14. And you walk into an elevator and there's no button 13. It's still the 13th floor. Come on, people.
Confusing.
Yeah.
All right. All years have at least one Friday the 13th. We look back, 2020 had two, 21 and 22 had one. I don't know how many this year has. All right, so enjoy it.
I feel like it's the second.
It's awesome that it's taking place in October.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. It's extra spooky.
All right. It's Friday the 13th, not universally seen as a day of misery, for example, in Italy. Friday the 17th and not Friday the 13th is considered to be a day that brings bad luck. Many Spanish-speaking countries and in Greece, Tuesday the 13th is seen as a day of misfortune.
Yeah, see, Tuesdays suck.
Wow.
That's my deadline days.
Oh, okay. You hate deadline day.
Yeah.
All right, there's very little evidence to show that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day. Many studies have shown that Friday the 13th has little or no effect on events like accidents, hospital visits, and natural disasters, unlike full moons.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll just throw it all out the window.
Okay. Right out.
All right, now I have some things Jet has wished for that I'm going to grant, but they're all coming with a side effect.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. First thing Jet wished for is he wished he could duplicate himself, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
All right. Granted. All right, I've granted your wish, but you're going to age twice as fast every time you duplicate yourself.
That's all right.
All right.
I'll take it.
Jet wishes he had perfect marksmanship, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I granted that, but only with a Nerf gun.
That's what I wanted it for.
Cats.
Yeah. Yep.
Jet wished for telekinetic powers and got them, but he can only use them on toast and toast-related objects.
None of these seem corrupted. These all seem extra. I like these.
Oh, okay.
I'd be feeding myself toast all the time.
Yes.
Is that like butter and jam? The knife, does that all count?
Yes.
All right,
okay.
cool. Good.
Right.
Good to know.
All right.
I just want to make sure.
All right. I don't think you're going to like this one. Jet wished he could time travel. I granted it, but he can only travel to the day he dies.
I'd like to go right now.
I want to be done with this show. All right. Jet wished to become a doctor and open his own practice. I granted it, but his first patient sued him for malpractice, and he lost his license.
Shoot. Well, it was nice while it lasted. I'm going to keep the stethoscope, though.
That's creepy.
Just going to go
Heavy,
around listening.
creepy. Can I listen to your heart?
I'm a freelance doctor.
And if you remember part one of the show, and rub your feet. All right. Jet wished he could understand animals. I granted his wish, but now he can't understand humans.
I already can't.
They're horrible. Good wishes, but horrible outcomes.
I'm a freelance doctor, kids. Don't worry.
That's right. All right, few news headlines that I stole off Yahoo this morning. The first one, and I don't know why our government keeps publicizing this. It seems like a horrible idea to me. U.S. eyes our weapons stockpiles as concern grows about supporting both Ukraine and Israel's wars.
Yeah. Good.
Why would you put that news out there?
They already know. They've got all those satellites and stuff. I think they can tell.
We're coming, but we're low on bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. All right. It took Trump calling Hamas very smart for Ron DeSantis to finally give up and go after him.
I think Hezbollah is very great. They're good. Wonderful terrorist organization. I'm all for them.
Yeah. The $1.765 billion Powerball jackpot went to a lucky lottery player in California.
We had a local win $2 million down in Howland.
Oh,
yeah.
That'd be nice.
What I didn't realize was that the stores, when they sell those tickets, actually get a kickback from the lottery.
Don't they have to donate it to charity?
I don't know about that. I think the guy that his kickback, he's giving it back to his employees. So
okay, I think they have to
that
do
might count.
something with it like that because
Yeah.
I know years ago there was a lottery winner from Safeway, and I think they donated the cash they got to the food bank.
That's cool. I mean, if that's the case, that's cool. I'm glad the guy that owns the store where the ticket was sold here. He does pretty well for himself, so he didn't need the extra $20,000. I was glad to hear that he was giving it to the employees.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's too cool.
He's a good guy.
All right. Title of this story was How to Make Trump Go Crazy, according to George Conway. I had to read it. Now that George Conway, that's Kelly Conway that worked for Trump, right?
Yes,
That's her
he's
husband.
always been an opponent of Trump's too.
So that'd be a weird marriage. One
Yeah.
for and one against.
Yeah.
Well, he says former Republican George Conway says Democrats need to wage a psychological war against Donald Trump until it makes him so crazy that he violates all of his court orders.
I am the sanest person you will ever meet. No one is saner than me. Never find anyone with more sanity than me. I'm the most sane, Scott. You know this. We've known each other for years.
This is your favorite morning show too, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right, you're not going to like the rest of the story, Don. All right. He says, Conway says, I think you have to wage a psychological war on Trump. He used to be a lawyer and never Trump activist. He said this during a panel discussion at the New Republic Stop Trump Summit on Wednesday. He says, I don't think the Democrats have ever attacked him enough, referring to Trump. In an interview afterward with TNR, Conway explained the Democrats could wage a coordinated psychological campaign against Trump through a series of advertisements. He says, you can just run ads on TV in the local area wherever he is. All right?
Yeah.
Trump had once considered nominating Conway for Solicitor General.
I just want to thank the Democrats for getting my message out there for me. I didn't have to buy any advertising space. They did it all for me. Thank you very much.
Conway said that the ads could target things Trump feels the most insecure about. He knows he's not that smart, he knows he's not that rich, and he knows he's not that good. Wow. And so if you go and attack him on those things, he knows he is not deep down. It makes him crazy.
I am the smartest. I am the smartest man I know. I am the richest man I know. I'm the best man I know, and my hands are huge. They are the biggest hands you've ever seen. You're going to love my hands. They're huge. He's looking good recently.
He is.
He's got the hair. He's finally let the hair go.
Yeah, not that orange anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Conway added he's not that far from his bursting point already, and making Trump nuts could impact his ongoing legal troubles.
Loser. What a loser. Has no idea. I am the most sane I have ever been. I just had to give my company over. It's fine. I'm doing great.
Maybe you should break some gag orders with that voice and see if he gets in trouble.
This is the worst court I've ever seen. The worst court. The worst Donald Trump impression. He does the worst impression I've ever heard. Scott, we've been friends for years. I love the morning show, KCHW. It's my favorite letters. It's so clever.
My favorite letters.
Thank you for having me on today.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here. All right, moving along this morning. I think we should roll out our local birthdays for today. Birthdays for Jesse George and Dr. Brad Haslam.
Wow.
I know both of them, and they're awesome. Happy birthday, guys.
How old are they?
We don't roll that out.
Well, are they like children, adults?
They're adults.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, Jesse and Dr. Brad.
And Dr. Brad.
What a name.
Yeah.
I'd call him Dr. Brad just every time I saw him.
Yeah, people do.
Is he a what is he a doctor in?
A chiropractic? Would you call it? Is that how you say it? Chiropractism?
Chiropractorism?
Yes.
He's one of them back-cracking doctors.
Yeah, we invented 3 new words.
They're the best words.
All right, today's celebrity birthdays off our prep sheet. Do you feel like rolling those out, Jen?
Oh, if I can find them,
All
yes.
right, it's right at the top. Date
All
book.
right,
There
yep.
you
So
go.
it's Sam Moore of Sam and Dave is 88 today.
All right.
TV journalist Chris Wallace, 76.
Can you do him as Donald Trump?
Susan Anton from Golden Girls. My favorite Golden Girl is 73. Hugh Jackman, wonderful abs. Hugh, love your abs, is 55. Kirk Cameron from Growing Pains, favorite show, wonderful show, is 53 today. Laura Trump, I love you, Laura. I don't know which one you are, but I see you sometimes. Thank you.
I think that's the sister that hates you.
Oh, then she's awful. Worst sister I've ever had. She's 41 today. Very old sister. Terrible. Tyler Blackburn from Pretty Little Liars. Love Pretty Little Liars. She turns 37. Tony Cavallero from The Righteous Gemstones. He no age here. He was born 1983. Good year. And Josh Hutcherson, wonderful man. Love his hair. Great hair. He's from The Hunger Games. He's 31.
All right, there you go. Celebrity birthdays.
By a celebrity, the most celebrity.
Wow. All right, I'm red from giggling. That was awesome. All right, it happened today. I like to call it history. 1492, Christopher Columbus' expedition made landfall in the Caribbean, specifically in the Bahamas. The explorer believed he had reached East Asia.
Oh, great.
Oops.
Why is that the week after Columbus Day?
I don't know.
Or I guess it was this Monday. It's fine. Okay.
1823, Charles McIntosh of Scotland sold the first raincoat. Creepy.
Wow.
Yeah. Wasn't even raining. All right, 1901, President Teddy Roosevelt officially renamed the Executive Mansion the White House.
Okay. I like that better. The Executive Mansion. That sounds a lot more pompous.
1997, singer John Denver was killed at age 52 in a crash of his privately built aircraft in Monterey Bay, California. Do not sing that song.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
But so everybody
ironic.
blames him. I like that. I like John Denver. Everybody blames him because they said he was drunk, but he actually wasn't. The glider was not built well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily his fault.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wasn't a great guy, but at least we could say.
Huh.
Yeah. Sorry. I like John Denver. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest.
All right, 2011. Let's see. That's no fun. 2016. James Charles became the first male face of makeup for CoverGirl. Good job, James.
Thanks, James.
All right, 2019. Eliud Kipchoge of Kenya became the first person to run a marathon in under 2 hours.
Wow.
By 20 seconds. It happened in Vienna, Austria. It was not a race by strict definition as he used pace setters and pace laser markings on a special course.
So, wait, so he didn't run the marathon straight in under 2 hours?
I don't get it.
I don't get that. Because a marathon is huge. That's like, what are they, 24.6 miles is a marathon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
2 hours. That's a long ways to run in 2 hours.
All right. Special events, Jet. Will you take us through those for today?
Yeah. I'm feeling this one. It's International Moment of Frustration Scream Day.
Ooh.
You can do it! It's also National Farmers Day.
Yeehaw!
National Gumbo Day.
Shrimp gumbo or just gumbo?
Just gumbo.
Okay.
You know, any gumbo's good. Pulled Pork Day.
All right. So, come over here. I'll pull some pork.
Is that okay to say on the radio?
I think so.
All right. World Sight Day and World Arthritis Day. So those last two were for Scott.
Because he's only got one eye and one ear.
I don't know about one eye, Scott. I think you're down to half an eye.
I'm down to half an eye on both sides.
What did Sammy say to you? She said something when you guys got back from driving home from Washington.
She said, "You're never driving again at night, Dad."
You can't count on your daughters to love you. Now, who decides what days are which? I've always wondered that. Do you go, who's sitting, is there some sort of secret cabal sitting around a table that's like, all right, and this will be Pulled Pork Day, and so it shall be. And also, that's like, it's 6 days today in one day. You can't do that.
No.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
Is that a controversial take?
Yeah, actually, I do it.
Oh, you'd come up with it. It's all based on Scott.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to know. Yeah. Then I've got some bones to pick with you here, Scott.
Okay.
My coworkers at the newspaper, every day, they go onto Facebook and post what day it is. If it's Chocolate Donut Day, they'll have themselves with a chocolate donut. They always want me to participate. I say, no, because it's not only Chocolate Donut Day, it's also, Gumbo Day and Pulled Pork Day. I don't think one day per day. That's what you get.
I'm curious today if they'll post pictures of them with a live pig or something.
There you go, pulling the pork. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you could be dragging it across the yard.
Yeah.
It's Pulled Pork Day.
Judging by the age of most of my coworkers, I bet they're celebrating World Arthritis Day.
Oh, wow.
I love my coworkers, but they are,
old.
Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna say that.
Okay. All right. I hope they listen to this broadcast after the fact.
I hope so.
Before you get to work. All right. Number for the day is 30, and that's the global median age.
Oh.
What did you say the average age is here in Lincoln?
Like 70-something. Now, median just means the middle.
Ooh.
That's what that means, is you take the oldest and the youngest, and you go the dead middle. That's the median. Yeah.
All right. All right, we're moving on to news and nuggets. CandyStore.com has released its annual map of the most popular Halloween candy. All right, in a dramatic candy twist, M&M's are giving the iconic Reese's Cups a run for the money this year and inching closer to the coveted #1 position. Love it or loathe it, candy corn clawed its way back into the top 10.
Oh, candy corn. Come on.
You got to have them for teeth. 172 million Americans celebrate Halloween. Among those celebrating Halloween, 96% will purchase candy. Over 50% of parents stash some Halloween candy to enjoy later in the year.
Yeah, I sure would.
All right. Do you want to know see if I can find on the map what Washington's favorite is? Washington's favorite Halloween candy. I'm going to go with this, Tootsie Pops.
Okay.
Tootsie Pops. I'm on this site and a coupon just came up for 10% if I want to buy some candy, 10% off. That's awesome.
I see what they're doing. Here in Maine, it's Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Whereas, let's see, Idaho is Snickers, and Utah,
yes,
continuing a trend of horrible taste in Utah, it's candy corn.
I'm the only state choosing candy corn,
dude.
too.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. All right, let's select the boring old state of North Dakota, hot tamales.
I do like hot tamales.
South Dakota, Starburst.
Yeah, okay. Right. Starburst is probably my favorite candy. What's your favorite candy, Scott?
I'm like Nebraska. I like Sour Patch Kids because it makes us all pucker up our faces.
I got to see what's Florida. Hold on. Florida is Reese's Cups. Reese's Cups in Florida.
No way.
Now this map does not have Hawaii or Alaska, so that's kind of rude.
Doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, no, it does. It does. Hawaii is Hershey's mini bars.
Okay.
That's a weird one. And Alaska is Twix.
Wow, we got them all. And in fitting, Texas also Sour Patch Kids.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to find Indiana, one of the worst of the states I've ever lived in. Starbursts. Yeah, you guys wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else you got? You guys lived in Wisconsin.
Yes.
That looks like... Where is Wisconsin? Wisconsin's Butterfingers.
All right. New Jersey, Tootsie Pops.
Love me some Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie Pops. All right, there you go. Candy around the country.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet. All right, next story. Why don't you roll this one out for us? Bigfoot has been spotted in Colorado. Have you watched the video?
Shannon, and I've not seen the video yet. I've seen stills from the video. It's pretty convincing. Scott knows I'm a Bigfoot believer, so this is why I think he picked it. Shannon and Stetson Parker, a couple celebrating their 10th anniversary on a sightseeing train trip in Colorado, spotted a strange figure on a distant hillside. Stetson jokingly said it was Bigfoot, prompting Shannon to grab her camera and take photos. Another passenger on their sightseeing train also filmed the creature, and the footage was shared online. In the video, the Bigfoot is seen hiking and then squatting down near foliage. Come on, guys, don't film that. Leave the Bigfoot alone. The train they were on travels through the San Juan National Forest, covering 1.1 million acres of mostly untouched wilderness. Oh. And they do have a link to the video here. I'll have to watch that afterwards. The Forest Service stated they will notify the media if officials spot a Sasquatch on National Forest System lands. The Forest Service also said that they are not conducting further investigations into the sighting.
So it looked really remote. As I was going by, I could see some structures off in the distance, maybe closer to the train tracks. Definitely walking like a human on 2 feet. Definitely really tall. And it looked hairy. And when he did squat down, it was like a position where you might be going to the bathroom. Was he entertaining the people on the train? I mean, you couldn't see anybody else around. Was it a guy in a ghillie suit again? Who knows?
I don't know. There's that footage, that very famous footage on film of the Bigfoot walking in California. It's called the Robertson Giblin footage, I think. And they've had specialists look at that, and special effects professionals, zoologists, what have you, and a lot of them agree that it would be really difficult, if not impossible, to fake that costume as well as it was, because you can see muscles moving under it. Sorry, I'm a Bigfoot guy.
Oh,
I am a Bigfoot. I have Bigfoot. I have big feet. I like Bigfoot. I'm a simple man.
All right, moving along. Almost as much fun as Bigfoot is Shrek's Cottage.
Oh, I love this story.
Today on Airbnb, they're offering the latest special getaway, a chance to stay in Shrek's Cottage in the Scottish Highlands, like they did with the Barbie Dream House in Malibu. Airbnb is making Shrek Swamp available for a limited time only. According to the press release, up to 3 guests will be allowed to book a single 2-night stay from October 27th to the 29th. Booking begins today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's only $0 through Airbnb. Wow. Noting guests are responsible, though, to provide their own travel.
I'm looking at pictures of it, and it looks really cool. I would stay here.
All right. Tomorrow is a big day. It's Friday the 13th, and it's also... Jet?
What?
The International Day for Failure.
Oh, see, I set you up. It was on purpose.
You totally failed me. All right, it's all yours.
Tomorrow, October 13th, is International Day for Failure, a day when people will be encouraged to throw away the shame associated with failing, whether the failure is personal or professional. Day for Failure started in Finland, those dang Finns, in 2010 by Finnish university students. Their reasoning was that Finland would be needing thousands of new businesses and jobs in the future, but a natural fear of inadequacy was holding many people back from founding those businesses or pursuing those jobs. It's taking away the stigma of failure. Yep.
Wow.
I still feel lots of stigma.
All right, I'm sure you're going to regret not doing this one. What happens when you hold in a fart?
You turn into... I've seen cartoons. You turn into a big balloon and float away.
According to research, it could be exhaled through your breath, Jet.
Oh, no.
Yes, researchers at the University of Newcastle in Australia explain that gas can be absorbed into the bloodstream, and with nowhere to go, it could eventually escape through your mouth.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, we were just talking about Shrek. And
better out than in, that's what I always say.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really scary. If you don't mind me saying, if that don't work, your breath certainly will get the job done, because you definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, because your breath stinks.
All right. We'll be testing that one later.
Very good.
After the show, I'll be up in your face, Jack. Is it true? Is it true? All right. Simmer down, folks. Simmer down. On to Indiana and some not-so-nice Hardee's employees.
Oh, man. We call him Carl's Jr. where I'm from, but a group of Indiana Hardee's employees and others have been charged after a scheme was uncovered in which money from customers' credit and debit card numbers was used to bail out jail inmates. The LaPorte County, Indiana Sheriff's Office became aware of, quote, suspicious irregularities on inmates' accounts and discovered that large sums of money were being placed into their communication system accounts from an external source. The inmates would then bond out of jail, leaving with the remaining balance on a jail-issued debit card. Wow. Interesting.
All right. Investigation revealed that Hardee's employees in Michigan City were involved in a complex fraudulent scheme where they photographed credit debit card numbers of customers at the drive-thru window and used the numbers to place money onto inmates' accounts. What do these guys know? Everybody in jail?
I was going to ask. That's a total of $14,700 in fraudulent charges was uncovered. That's amazing.
That's horrible.
They got away with it for that long.
Last one, swans that date back to Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth's second gift, get annual physicals. I'm not going to do the story. I just wanted to say, turn your head and quack. All right. This one, do the one, and then we'll head for odd news. The prosthetic limb.
Oh,
Jet,
yeah,
this is cool. This is cool.
First person to have a prosthetic limb fully merged with her body, a 50-year-old Swedish woman named Karen, of all things, has become the first person to have a prosthetic limb seamlessly integrated with both her nervous and skeletal systems, earning her the nickname of the, quote, real bionic woman. The groundbreaking achievement was made possible by an international team who used osseointegration, a technique that allows bone tissue to bond with titanium, creating a strong mechanical connection.
Wow.
The researchers also established a link to Karen's nervous system using electrodes embedded in the nerves and muscles. The new bionic arm has significantly reduced Karen's phantom pain and has been described as, quote, life-changing, restoring her daily functions and increasing her independence.
So bionics are here now.
Wow.
We could do that for like 10 minutes, right? All right.
That's impressive. So, like,
All right, couple headlines we're going to skip. 1981 DeLorean found with only 977 miles on it.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Are we living in a Matrix-style simulated universe?
I say yes.
Yes. And we'll save the next one because it's going to come up in this. It's today's Odd News.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, we always kick off your Odd News with the news attack, where the first sentence is true and the second sentence is really dumb.
Very good.
All right, are you ready to kick us off, Jet?
Yeah, I remember news attacks.
Okay.
A survey found a third of us would give up alcohol to never do housework again. See, I'm the opposite. I find alcohol makes housework enjoyable.
Some female frogs in Europe fake their own deaths to avoid males during mating season. I've had a lot of bad dates, but never pretend I'm dead date. Wow.
The IRS says Microsoft owes $29 billion in back taxes. Well, that's what happens when your stinking calculator app can't handle numbers that big.
It comes free on Windows, though.
It does.
Yeah. Research shows that a high-fat diet changes the brain, making you want to eat more.
Oh, good to know.
Explains why when I eat a cheeseburger, it makes me want French fries, which makes me want some milkshake, which makes me wonder why I only wanted one cheeseburger. I wanted two.
The drive-thru turns into a merry-go-round.
That's right.
Yeah. Researchers say holding in your farts is bad for you.
Wow.
Oh, we already learned that.
Yeah.
Now I have a scientific excuse for ruining Thanksgiving dinner.
That was really scary. And if you don't mind me saying, if that don't work, your breath certainly will get the job done, cause you definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, cause your breath stinks.
My favorite thing to say after Thanksgiving dinner.
Release the Kraken.
It's when you undo the belt. All right. I don't know if you heard this, but researchers say holding in your farts is bad for you. Wait a minute. If I'm reading this right, releasing a fart is like a little health PSA for everyone around. A health PSA. That's so public radio.
It's all good. Hey, man, what's wrong with that breath? I can smell it over here. Reggie, your breath is so stink, people look forward to your farts.
What? I'm just doing everybody a favor.
favor.
I'm just doing the healthy thing.
Yes.
It's a healthy choice.
It is.
It's pumpkin spice latte season time. I don't drink them. I use them as a reminder to put snow tires on my lawnmower.
It's that pumpkin spice stuff. I better rotate my tires.
Our lawnmower's out of commission at the moment. Just put some pumpkin spice in the gas tank. It'll pop right back up.
That's right. Study found the men who move their bodies a certain way on the dance floor are more likely to attract women. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I know that one.
Yeah. Let's be clear, by a certain way, we don't mean the dudes who are attracting women by doing the sprinkler. Complete with sound effects. All right, we're moving on to Wacky But True, and today we've even got some bonus stories for you. Let's see. You're up next, Jed, if you're caught up with me.
Oh, yeah. I love this one. Thief shows off tattoo for camera. In the UK, a knucklehead criminal was arrested after he showed off an incriminating tattoo to an in-car security camera as he stole stuff out of it. The tattoo, which he pointed right at the camera, included his name and date of birth.
Oh.
Not shown were the tattoos he had, which shows his social security number and mother's maiden name.
Wow! Wow! All I can say is wow!
I love this next one, too.
All right, I want to say I put the best for last, so I'm going to switch back to the prep sheet, okay?
Okay, yeah.
All right. Restaurants in San Francisco Bay Area, plus it throws my sound effect row off. Okay.
All right.
Restaurants in the San Francisco Bay Area is imposing fees for patrons who vomit due to excessive drinking during lunchtime. Signs have been posted in bathrooms warning customers of a cleanup fee of $50 if they vomit on the premises.
That seems low.
Yeah. Some blame brunch establishments that offer bottomless mimosas, which can encourage overindulgence. While some eateries leave pitchers of drinks on the tables, others serve it for a limited time. Owner says the problem has gotten better since customers now know they have to pay if they puke. Here's what the waitress had to say to one of those customers.
That miserable little bag of puke.
It's like that scene in that Monty Python movie. But Sally, this warfare thin. Police in Germany caught a crow that had been attacking pedestrians after several attempts to catch the crow using cat food as bait. The cops laced the food with booze and caught the bird when it lost its sense of direction. They also charged it $50 for vomiting on the floor.
Yeah. And I think the police in Germany had a little of the alcohol, too.
Yeah. Well, if the bird will be drinking, I might as well have one as well. Come on.
Why not? All right, woman in London was mugged outside her home. Thief on a bicycle punched her, grabbed the plastic bag she was carrying, and sped away. He was likely disappointed when he got to a safe place and took a look inside that bag. The victim's new puppy had just had an accident in the house, and she had cleaned it up and was carrying it to the trash.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
That reminds me.
And now I name you the winner. Or more appropriately, the loser.
Yes.
There was one time I had a package stolen off our porch in Spokane, and I cleaned the cat box, put the cat box cleanings in a Amazon box.
On purpose?
Yeah, and put it on my porch.
For the porch thief?
Yeah, and the porch thief came and stole it, and I put a little note that said, "Enjoy your lunch." Yeah. Anyway. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. A popular pork skewer restaurant in Tokyo is facing backlash after it was revealed that the eatery had been using the same unclean sauce jar for over 6 decades. The jar, covered in a dark brown mass, is seen as a treasured item by the owners and is displayed next to the grill. Instead of cleaning the jar, the staff at Abe-chan simply adds more sauce to it every day, intensifying its aroma. That's where you get that secret flavor.
Yes.
While some customers are defending the restaurant, others are concerned about potential hygiene hazards. Experts said that if the sauce is heat-treated properly, there shouldn't be any bacterial contamination.
If.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Oh, man. Come on. The people have been eating it for how long? They haven't been getting sick. They must be doing something right.
Yeah, they must be eating it long enough.
There was that 5-star restaurant in England where some guy didn't wash his hands right, and he caused, like, dozens of E. coli infections or something like that. 5-star restaurant, yeah.
Oh, wow. Could happen anywhere is what he's saying.
I guess so.
Even in an elevator. Robber almost pulled off a successful heist in an office building in Germany, but he was captured by the elevator. Man broke into the office building, grabbed 4 laptops. At approximately 12:30 in the morning, an elevator company received an emergency call from the thief. He was stuck. Company contacted the fire department and police. It's a special elevator.
It's an elevator. It's a wonkavator. An elevator can only go up and down, but the wonkavator can go sideways and slant ways and long ways and back ways and square ways and front ways and any other ways that you can think of.
Why, you were supposed to take the elevator and you ended up on the wonkavator.
These 4 laptops, I need them for work.
Yes.
A Norway man stole an ambulance, was arrested just 20 minutes after police pinpointed him with the help of a GPS tracker on the vehicle. Oh, man. Is it just me or are criminals getting dumber?
They are.
Destination entered, Antarctica.
Oopsie.
Oh, good.
Can you get there by car?
You can't get hit there from here.
Yes. All right. TikTok user dedicated to put the all-you-can-eat buffet rule at Cece's Pizza to the test. In her video, Madison documented her 8-hour marathon at the buffet. 8 hours. Where she indulged in unlimited pizza and cinnamon rolls. She took breaks to play games in the arcade, even purchased a drink. However, after cleaning up her table, an employee informed her of a new rule they just made and asked her to leave because she'd been there for more than 2 hours.
Wow. Come on. She went and played in the arcade and everything. I have some friends that live in Idaho that they've been kicked out of most Golden Corral restaurants they've been to because they eat too much.
Really?
Yeah, they really will. They'll ask you to leave.
Wow.
Yeah, all you can eat my butt.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
Oh, man.
All right. Giraffes.
Oh, yeah, a woman traveling from Kenya to the United States was stopped by Customs and Border Patrol officers at the Minneapolis airport after she was found with giraffe poop. The droppings were seized after the woman declared them, prompting an inspection by CBP agricultural specialists. The passenger admitted that she planned to make a necklace out of the poop.
He's not going to make it.
Stating that she had previously used moose poop for jewelry in Iowa. Instead, the giraffe poop was destroyed by steam sterilization, according to USDA protocol. There is danger in bringing fecal matter into the country, as it could potentially transmit diseases.
Why would you want that for a necklace?
Oh, man, people do some weird stuff. You can buy fossilized dinosaur poop, but that's,
Fossilized?
Yeah, fossilized, yeah. They call it coprolite.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I find this scientifically fascinating.
Oh, I had the wrong sound effect for the pizza girl. Hold on.
On a sadder note, Pizza the Hut, famed half-man, half-pizza, was found dead earlier today in the backseat of his stretched limo.
It would have been so much better if I played it right after the story. All right.
Oh,
Here we go. This is scary solar-powered robot wolves.
I saw this.
Solar-powered robot wolves.
Yep.
A Japanese company called Wolf Camu, known for its solar-powered robotic wolves used to deter wild boars, is now offering their fake wolves as a solution for bear deterrence. Bears have become a serious problem in many areas of Japan due to changing climate, deforestation, and urban expansion, and their populations are increasing. And in Japanese style, the new super monster wolf with flashing red LED eyes and a 90 decibel howl has proven to effectively protect crops and now can potentially protect farmers in urban areas as well. Researchers estimate that the RoboWolf's howls can deter bears from encroaching within a 1 square kilometer area of its installation.
So now, have you looked at these, Scott? I'm looking at pictures of this. Have you seen these?
They're scary.
They kind of are. They look like one of those haunted house decorations.
Yeah.
But, I can't believe that. I'd be scared if I was a bear.
Yeah.
And I saw
Robot wolves, only here on KCHW.
Now, can I get a robot wolf attachment for my Roomba? Because I'd really like to shake things up with the cats.
Oh, yeah.
Release the Kraken!
All right.
Last one, Jet, it's all you.
A man and his Chucky doll were arrested in Mexico after a series of attempted robberies. The suspect allegedly used the doll to wield a large knife in an attempt to scare people into giving him money. Witnesses reported that he appeared to be under the influence of under the influence of drugs during the incidents. Police apprehended both the man and his Chucky doll, which was dressed in blue denim overalls. The officer who handcuffed Chucky was reportedly reprimanded for not taking the situation seriously. Videos showed the doll being lined up for a police mugshot and having a knife confiscated from it.
That's awesome.
The man was later released, but the current location of the doll remains unknown.
All right. I think the officer had this to say.
It's just a doll. It's just a stupid little plastic doll. That's action figure.
Oh man! So was it like wasn't me, officer? I wasn't robbing those people. It was the doll.
That's right.
Okay.
At least he's got an alibi.
Yeah. Points for creativity, I guess.
All right. Big thank you to Mr. Jet Timmons for being on the show today. Thank you, Jet. All right, we have a day off tomorrow, unless you want to do it again, Jet.
I'd do it again.
You'd do it again?
I would.
All right. So should we do a Friday the 13th show?
I would love to do a Friday the 13th.
All right. Very scary
episode.
stuff coming your way then tomorrow. Don't forget also tomorrow, it is Friday the 13th, and it is the very last farmer's market. And they're going to wrap it all up with pumpkin bowling.
Yeah.
Then that evening, haunted house at Bradley's Taekwondo. Fun, fun, fun. Other than that, we want you to stay here and keep on listening to the music. It's Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7. Say goodbye, Jet.
Goodbye, Jet.
It's a wonkavator. An elevator can only go up and down, but the wonkavator can go sideways and slant ways and long ways and back ways and square ways and front ways and any other ways that you can think of.
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.
102.7 FM, KCHW. Chewelah.